Hello everyone, this is Wei Jian from SuperAgentK. Right now, I would like to share with you one features I am quite excited because I was formerly an auditor, right? So right now, I would like to share with you that how to use SuperAgentK to create a skill that you can let the agent to pick up and prepare the audit work paper for you based on a source document. So this demo, right, I will use Rental Reasonableness Test as one of the example where the output we are expecting once the user input the tenancy agreement, the agent will create a Rental Reasonableness Test work paper based on a template that was provided. So for demo purpose, right, I create a very simple work paper in this format. So we have all the information, objective, assertion, PM, performance materiality, our audit procedure, finding, and conclusion. So this is a very simple wallpaper. What happened is I actually upload this piece of wallpaper to the AI agent, SuperAgentK. So I ask it to please use the skills, okay, refer to the template, okay, study thoroughly and reproduce the wallpaper, okay, so on and so forth. After that, right, the model that we are using here is ChatGPT. So as of today, right now it's June 2026. If let's say you are using Anthropic, the output will tends to be better. But if you are using other models such as ChatGPT right now, maybe you need to tune a little bit. For example, after if have some few round of wallpaper creation, right? Then I will ask it to do several changes. For example, right? Okay, For the initial output wallpaper that it will come out, actually, it is very different from the template that I have provided. You see, this one basically shows that the agent doesn't take the instruction; it generates on the fly based on its understanding. Okay, so after I see this one, right? Then I actually ask it to, okay, use the Python to modify directly. Do not edit, okay? Do not generate on the fly, okay? Build from scratch, okay? Without building from scratch. So, the things that when we are building something in the AI era, we need to be very specific and precise in our instruction, okay? So after running a few adjustments, then eventually we think that, oh, it can be quite good and it will come out wallpaper like this result. Okay, so this is quite pretty good already. Then after that, I do a test run. I actually upload one tenancy agreement. Let me check for my tenancy agreement sample. Okay, give me a second. So this is a tenancy agreement that I have uploaded. It's a mock data over here. So I actually upload the tenancy agreement, okay, to AgentK. Okay, and I actually asked it to prepare the AWP based on this file. Financial year 2026 PM, performance material this much, amount is this much. Okay, then this is the tenancy agreement that I have shared with you just now. Okay, this is the one. So this one is basically, I think it's 8,500 per month. So after that, okay, let us scroll down to the final output over here. And this is the output that I think it looks good for me. Okay. Yes, again. Okay, so I think this is the output. Yep. Okay, if you look at the output and we compare side by side with the source data over here, right? Okay. Okay. You can see that, okay, this one, the first one, the company name is Simplified Marketing. Just now, I also did ask for 2026 December. Okay, so here also update correctly. And in my prompt, right, I actually tell him that, okay, in my prompt instruction, actually, I mentioned that this one is 2036, PM is 100,000, amount per GL is 50,000, so it's correct. Then after 8,005 for per rental agreement. Of course, we also can, in our template, we can insert the audit stigma, all this kind of thing. Okay, but this one is just for demo purpose. So from here, right, you see that the tenancy agreement is starting from 2026 to 2028. So meaning to say that if let's say I'm a December year-end company, it's only 6 months. So it also correctly capture over here. Okay. So I think this output to me is pretty decent that can use it, but we always need to do a final check. All right. Then another things is that when we successfully created one good template, we can actually ask the agent, right? For example, for my case, I have Ding Dong fill time with ChatGPT. So I actually asking that, hey, if let's say going forward, how do I prompt the similar thing so that I don't need to redo everything all over again. So from here, the agent will actually tell you that, okay, all these the things that you actually require. So what you can do, you can just save it as a default skill. Next time, it will trigger this skill. When you want to create an Excel skill, it will refer here. So you can get the skills to be built up quite consistently. All right. Thank you for watching.